Trace Trylko joined by Andrew Cherico and Nick Williams here inside the Bounce House with this Sons of UCF postgame report brought to you by Latavius Murray's Knights 24/7. Knights victorious over North Carolina A&T 68-7 to improve to 2-0. And Nick, the star of this one, Jaden Nixon.
Yeah, Trace, he led the team in rushing yards, 156 on the night. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns himself, and he set the momentum early with that kickoff return touchdown, which hasn't been done for the Knights since 2017 against the USF Bulls.
Certainly an electrifying moment. Tayven Jackson gets the start for Cam Fancher in this one. How would you evaluate his performance?
Tayven said it best himself. It wasn't his best, but it wasn't his worst. If we go back to the Jacksonville State game, he was absolutely electric in the fourth quarter. This game, he hit some deep throws, but he didn't hit all of them, and you wish he could have some of them back. Then you see later in the game, Ja'Carri Brown comes in and sets the tone with a 60-plus yard rushing touchdown. You speak to Coach Frost after. We see why he says he had a problem choosing a quarterback. Well, he's confident in all three, and all three have strong strengths. Now it's about making a decision going into week 3.
Knights win in all 3 phases of the game. Defense comes up big as well. Let's hear from Coach Frost and players.
I was impressed with a couple things. I was impressed with the way we came out, and we talked about having a nameless, faceless opponent, and coaches talk about that a lot. But I want our kids to have blinders on and not worry about what's happening around the country or anything else, and just be locked in and focused on the task in front of them. They did a good job of that tonight. And I was really excited by the play of some of the younger guys. Those guys, were hungry to get a chance, and they got to play a lot of the second and third quarter. And I'm anxious to watch the tape and see how they did.
I just feel like everybody that was out there who was able to played their heart out, and that showed on the field and on the stat sheet. It don't matter who the opponent is. Tackles for loss, double-digit tackle for loss is hard no matter who you play. It's college football. Everybody is no better than anybody. Anybody can lose at any point. So it really don't matter the competition. Double-digit TFLs is hard no matter who you play.
I believe it lets everybody know that we're here. We're here to play and everything like that. Yeah, we won last week. It was a close game, but it showed that this week it was going to be different. But honestly, I didn't even feel like it was a momentum shift or gave us momentum at first until Miles came over there and told me, he was like, "Hey man, you started all this." I think we were up 28 by that point or something like that. But that's when it kind of hit me. It didn't really hit me then either, but like I said, TJ came over to me and we're gonna get this. And even before, guys are telling me all week, we're gonna go get one. Let's go to the house and everything like that. I even remember last night. Talking to Coach Pete and everything like that, he was like, "We're gonna go get it." So it's just the determination and everything that everybody else has, and then just putting it all together. It's a team play. So I know after that, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great game." So I'm just excited. I got put in a position to be able to do that for the team.
I thought I could do a lot better. Just some missed throws and just cleaning up my eyes. But again, I love it because I can go into the film room tomorrow and get better each week, and that's what you have to do.
And then eventually conference play, having, like you mentioned, Fancher start, then Tayven, and then Ja'Carri impressing in the second half of this game.
I don't know if it's controversy, at least not in our house. It isn't. In our locker room, in our building, it isn't. Because those 3 kids are all class act and they root for each other and have been pulling for each other even when they've been competing. And you look around the country and there's teams without one quarterback, definitely a lot without 2. I feel good about 3 guys. So, that's a luxury for us. And we'll let them keep competing. But, right now I'm really happy with the direction that we're going.
Is it another tough decision in the next few weeks?
No, I'm not going to create that. We got a bye week to think about it. See who's healthy and who's available, and we'll talk as a staff, but I don't think it's going to be tough.
Guys, an all-around team win for UCF. And Andrew, what can UCF learn from a blowout like this?
Yeah, Trace, it's funny you asked that because I asked Coach Frost that exact same question in the post-game presser. And if we quickly go back to last week, Coach Frost said he learned how his team responded to adversity. Now this, Trace, this was a dominant, all-out win. The team scored on all three levels. We're talking offense, defense, and special teams. 68-7. This game was practically over in the first quarter. But going back to what Coach Frost said, he was happy to see the younger guys get out there and see some field time as they impressed all throughout fall camp. He just wanted them to have a chance to shine as well. Trace, what the most important part to me is building continuity as the talent level is only getting higher from here.
North Carolina A&T is an FCS program. Nick, you spoke with their coach in the post game. This is clearly an overmatched program.
Yeah, Coach Gibbs came into that press conference room very frustrated, but he said it best. He knew what he signed up for whenever the Aggies came into the bounce house. He said that the Knights just looked superior in all of their athleticism.
Let's hear from their head coach.
I mean, honestly, for our team, I don't think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I mean, we got 60-plus points put on us, and we lost 3 quarterbacks. So, you know, for me, yeah, it was a good environment, great platform, but is that worth it? You know, they had some backs that are explosive and quarterbacks that can make some plays with their feet. You know, they got a good football team now. You know, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that's the most talented team that we'll play all year. So from that perspective, we're not gonna see anybody else with that much talent and that kind of depth. But you know, we got a lot of work to do. We got to get better. I haven't done a good job of getting this team prepared up until this point. So you know, I got to do a better job and get us ready to play better defense. But we did hang around. The kids did fight. We just ran up against a superior opponent tonight, and it showed.
So the Knights victorious. They moved to 2-0 and a bye week now, looking ahead to North Carolina. Andrew, we will not hear from head coach Scott Frost or the coordinators this week. Knights have a lot to do to prepare. For Andrew Cherico and Nick Williams, I'm Trace Trylko with the Sons of UCF report, sponsored by Latavius Murray's Knights 24/7.